Hey everyone, I just wanted to show you a really unique mini console out there, the TurboGrafx Mini, and I have really been enjoying this console. It looks exactly like the full-sized, but in a very cute mini form. It even has the tiny card slot, just cosmetic on this one, but it's so cute. It has space for 2 control ports, and so you can attach those there. And in the back, there are places for the cords to connect through, and they're actually kind of tricky to put in. You actually have to weave them through this back panel that does detach, so it's a little bit tricky to do that, but turning it on is a breeze. You just flip it on with a switch just like that, and you're all set to go. Comes loaded on this console are a huge library of TurboGrafx games, and I just think that's really awesome to have so many all in one location. So let me give you a look. Right here is the page, the menu when you come onto the screen, and here I'm just going to load in Bonk, and you can see the way that the game system is set up, like the menus and all the transitions and all the borders, they went all out in the presentation. I feel like it looks so beautiful, so fully featured. Everything down to the tiny detail has a lot of care put into every bit of it, so I love that. And then the games themselves run incredible. I mean, this is so colorful, the music is great, and you can even, as you can see here, pause, save, and load as well. So that kind of is a game changer, to be able to create a save state during any game you're playing. That really helps a ton and is a fabulous feature to make as you're making your way through these games. But really every detail, as you can see, they let you do different wallpaper settings. That's what I was looking for there. So you can change the backgrounds. They have really loaded it with so many nice things, just the animation of the system itself, even around the games, is just really something to look at and soak in all the color and the detail. But as you can see here, you even can change over to alternate. There's a set of games on the system that are in English and a set that are in Japanese. So when you switched it over to the Japanese, as you can see here, it has a different look. But yeah, here I'm just going to load up a game. This in English is known as Ghosts and Goblins, but this is the Japanese version. And even as you can see, it lets you change the border. This time I chose a border that gave you a look that emulates the look of a Turbo Express. So I think they give you some really unique details to really give you the full experience, pretty much as close as possible to what using the TurboGrafx is like, and even the Turbo Express. So it's a really interesting way to play the games, using this border style, if you like, but it really gives you the full experience, so I think that's awesome. I love the library of games that's included. You get so many. The only thing is that sometimes there's some Japanese ones that I would love to play, but because they're completely in Japanese, some, like an RPG, are kind of impenetrable in that way, whereas Ghosts and Goblins, in that case, is actually very pick-upable. You can play it without needing to know Japanese, but in this case it means that, unfortunately, without knowing Japanese, you can't really play the full game of Snatcher, which I was looking forward to. But otherwise, though, you get so many fabulous games. You can really just load them up. There's even some TurboGrafx CD, the PC Engine here, as you can see. So they've really put a wide breadth of games on the system, and I've had a lot of fun playing it. There's actually a couple of multiplayer games, and the one thing to mention is that it only comes with 1 controller, though there are ports for 2. I've tried a couple other USB controllers, but I haven't found another one that matches it exactly as the TurboGrafx would, but otherwise, I would say it's a very fabulous collection to have.